Hi, everybody. Okay, so I was thinking about this for a while, and I wanted to wait because our weather has been crazy today. So it's been raining a lot and like off and on. So it's not raining right now, which is why I'm doing the video right now. But also it's kind of stopped at like 9 p.m. But okay. So the reason why that has tags of just the soap operas is I'm going to talk about soaps, and I don't know who I'm going to talk about specifically, so that's why I didn't name anybody. But I'm sure names will be talked about and stuff like that. Okay, so I'm going to do something that I do very periodically. Although I'm starting to do it more. I'm going to talk about what I'd like to see on the soap operas, and that'll be the topic for the video. Yeah. Okay. So because it starts first, like my day starts with YNR, I'll start with that. Okay. Now, uh, I started watching YNR first, honestly. So I guess I have a bit of love for them and stuff like that. And but I'm gonna be totally honest here, and I always am, so it's not like I'm not. But I always try to be nice and honest. So I'm gonna try to be nice, but I'm gonna be mostly honest. So sorry if anybody's feelings gets hurt in advance, but that's not my goal here. Okay. Um, Let me just start with the whole cast can act. Like they have the ability to act. I think the problem is they started in 1963 or 1963. Okay. That's a long time ago. Um okay. This goes along with the writing, so this is why I said what I said before. Um I think that they still think they're earlier in the years than they are, because like it's 2026, and I still feel like they're writing like it maybe 1996, maybe 2000 is pushing it. They are clearly not in 2026. The reason I say this is because of two main things, and the two things I always talk about. So I'm trying to not rehash, but I see what I see. Okay. Um. Okay. So next month, like in uh, about 8 days, 9 days, is going to be the start of June. The reason I bring this up is because it's Gay Pride Month. Okay. Um, they need to have an LGBT storyline on there because they have to acknowledge that it's the time of the month, the time of the year. You know, like come on, we're in 2026 now. Um, okay, another thing I see is they don't really highlight the interracial couples angle. I mean, yes, they have Holden and Claire now, but if you understood how long it took for them to embrace interracial couples, you would not. It would shock you. Okay. And they've had interracial couples on there before, but they broke up so fast that you couldn't like them, you couldn't fall in love with them, you couldn't anything because by the time they were on, they were gone within a couple months. And I'm like, okay, but it's 2026 now. People are in interracial relationships all the time. So yeah, okay. And then also, I talk about this sometimes too, but not too much. I really feel like there are two different set of writers or something because one week can go really slow. I mean, really slow. And then it's like somebody else picks up the pen and it's like chop chop. we go through stories and we go through whatever, and it's like bam, 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 bam. It's like, whoa, okay. So, can the same writer who goes that fast write all the episodes, or, just asking? Because when it goes faster, I can keep up. When it goes slow, I'm like, oh, they're still talking about. Oh boy. Okay, one of the storylines I'm talking about is Victor. The whole thing with Victor. This whole thing with Victor has been going on for months now. Months. Okay? And all the loyal viewers, I think, for the most part, are all, when is Victor going to get his comeuppance? When? Because that guy, the character can do anything, and he comes out smelling like a rose every time. And it's like, come on. Oh, boy. And then, well, Phyllis just needs to go under a bus. Because not only for that, but like, she, okay, the reason I have such a bone to pick with her is forget all the personal stuff. That's on another thing, okay? But just storyline driven stuff, okay? She had the ability to stay with her kids and for her kids to respect her. And what does she do? She wants to do whatever it is so bad and prove herself that she's willing to throw the relationships in the trash and then cry about why she didn't have relationships with her kids. You put yourself in the boat. What are you talking about? The one I feel sorry for in this whole cluster F is Jack, the character of Jack, because I don't think he definitely didn't mean to put himself there, and he is trying to work on his sobriety. I believe that, and also he really loves Anne, so I don't think he would put himself in a situation to have an affair with anybody, let alone Patty Williams. So yeah. But I don't know how long they're going to let this argument or whatever go between Jack and Diane. I really don't know. I keep on saying you can put them back together anytime. I was just saying that before. The only counterpoint I had was when she said, just give me space. And he wasn't giving her space at that point. But he's giving her space now. And like she could come to grips with whatever she's got a problem with, and they could reunite. That would be good. And I believe that Nikki and Victor are going to reunite. But how long is it going to take? And is it going to be a completely different marriage than it was going into it? I don't know. I hope so. Okay. For the younger set, because it's near summertime. Well, summertime for me was always in June or like late May, June starting. And then we had, when I was growing up, we had 3 months off for summertime. And I meant 3 months because it was from May something to August something. Like sometimes it was in the middle of August or late August. So 3 months. Okay. I know that these kids should be on summer break. So could you please have on the kids part of it? Please? Because it's called The Young and the Restless, and I don't feel like we see the young that much. Just saying. And also I said I love Harrison. The character of Harrison. I love to see the bond between him and Kyle. So nice. I like it. Okay. Now they keep alluding to Summer Newman, but I don't know. I mean, okay. Here's what I think, because I have nothing concrete. But Allison Millionaire is out because she wanted to spend time with her kids and whatever. Which, okay, whatever. I get it. But then that means if they're going to have Summer, they're going to have to do a recast. So that makes me think that they haven't recasted yet. Will they? I believe they will, because if they really wanted to, they can have a lot of stories around her. I mean, all the Numa stuff alone would give you 6 months to a year of storyline for her, you know, and she could have a bunch of stories on her own. So yeah, she can have stuff, but when are they gonna recast her with who? I don't know that. But I'm Team Summer for that. Yeah. Okay. Let's see. Like I said, okay, I'm a couples friend. I don't know. I was saying that you should break up Chelsea and Adam. I still believe that. But then the question becomes, do you want them to be alone for a while, or who are you going to put them with? I would say Adam and Sally, but Billy and Sally are together, and do not break them up. They're going to have a baby, get married. Don't mess that up. Okay? So who are you going to put with Adam? Oh, you could bring back, what's her name? Tina Cassioni and as Riza, right? Okay, yeah, you could bring her back, and they could be a couple. That'd be cute. As far as Chelsea, I don't know, and it's not that I don't know. It's just I don't know who she's not had a relationship with before, and I don't know who would want somebody with kids unless they had kids themselves or something like that. I don't know. Um, oh, maybe Daniel and Chelsea. Maybe. I mean, because Tessa tossed them to the wayside. I kind of was sad for that couple. Oh, man. But yeah, Chelsea and Daniel, that'd be cute. Um, okay. And then Adam. Who are you going to put with Adam? Like I said, Risa is like tops on my list. But I don't know. I don't know. It depends on where they want to go. But I gotta say, okay, you gotta pick. I always say this. I feel like I'm repeating myself as far as like what I want because it's not the same thing, but it's like either. Okay, well, there's two steps here in my head. One, you gotta pick a lane with her. You either gotta make her tough or like just a docile, whatever. I don't know. But this thing with her, first she comes in kind of like, what's going on here? Tell me what's going on here. And then she kind of backs off. And then she tells Victor what they should do. Victor, you're gonna go try to be toe to toe with Victor Newman. You. Okay. Have you seen the amount of like people that he smashed before? And you think you can go toe to toe with them? All right. Okay. All right. Enough Lennar. Okay, bold. Bold. Oh boy. Well, you know, you have a lot of material as far as the fashion stuff, so that's cool. But I don't know. Okay, well, you know where I stand with the Hope thing. Hope should go to Logan. If Hope doesn't go to Logan, there's something wrong. Because I don't care what Ridge says. Okay, I do not believe he's going to support Hope. Why? Because he's going to support his daughter. Because if he doesn't support his daughter is going to do the, oh, poor me, cry for me, Argentina, poor little rich girl. I haven't gotten my way, so maybe if I bat my eyelashes and cry a little, then he'll see my side. Woman, please. Ugh. So, Hope better leave. Because if you think you got anybody back you don't, sweetheart. I'm telling you right now, you do not. Okay, while we're on the topic, Donna dear, I want you to be involved in your family stuff. However, big however, this is a business negotiation. You work at Forster. You do not work for Logan. Okay? You should not get into their affairs. No, ex-nay. All right. Then, for the younger set. Well, I told you what I think is going to happen with Melissa and Will. I think that he's going to start thinking about her, Melissa, a lot more than Elektra and be torn. And I'm not just saying that because I'm a Mill fan. I'm saying it because you can see in the man's eyes. Look at him when he acting with Linnea Grace versus Sydney Bullet. Just look at it. The conversation is easier with Melissa, and it's a struggle with Elektra. And the only reason they're together is because they're young and they got this picture of we and that they belong together. Okay, BS. Don't go down. There's another reason I don't want you to go down the track because Brooke, dear, Brooke Forrester, Logan Forrester, whatever. I don't know how many hyphens she has now. Okay, so for the longest time, she's been rich is my destiny. We're supposed to be together. Oh, please. You know how many times that man has chosen somebody over you? And the reason why he chooses you is because the other one doesn't do right. So as soon as she don't do right, he picks you again. You don't have a problem with that? You're okay with being second choice? Okay, kudos, but not in my house. Oh, Brooke, honey, you need to get some chutzpah. You need to get some kick. Okay. So Hope is gonna stand up for herself. Hope finally found a good man. Liam is aces. And I'm not saying that because I like Scott Clifton. I'm saying he stands up for his woman. Rich could take a lesson or two from you. Well, Rich could take a lesson from anybody. Rich could take a lesson from Bill, from even Finn, the boy who does nothing but just stand there and look pretty. um, yeah. So I don't know. Let's see. Oh, I remembered the name. Stephanie's sister is Pam. The reason I kind of temporarily forgot was because she was heavy on there before, but I guess she semi-retired or something, so she's not on there. And they make reference to her very seldomly, so that's why I forgot the name. Oops. No disrespect. Okay. Yeah, I think I've talked about everything else before, so. All right. Bye, guys.